Hey guys, and welcome to Miniature Heroes. So in this week's video I will show you how I made these drums and pallet for my tabletop. These are super cheap and easy to make. So firstly, I cut a piece of hose pipe from the hose in the garden. This will form the main structure of the drum. The hose pipe is extremely durable and it's easy enough to cut with a blade. So for each drum I am marking out 2 centimeters in height. Next, using a file, I smooth both ends and make sure that they are fairly level. So next, using a sticky label, I eyeball and roughly cut a 2mm strip, wrap this around the pipe and then snip off the excess. If you don't have a sticky label to hand, you can always use paper and PVA glue. Next, using some cereal box cardboard, I hot glue one side down and then cut around the drum. Then I file the excess cardboard to get a flush finish. So if it's not 100% perfect, sometimes that can work well too. With a good paint job you can make anything look good. So those flaky bits could work well as broken, rusted pieces of metal. Next, I cut a piece of styrofoam to fill the drum and give support for the lid. You can use anything for this, a piece of balsa wood, cardboard, or even fill it with hot glue or plaster of Paris. Next up, for the lid, I cut out another piece of cardboard and hot glued that in place. Next, for the pouring spout, using a cotton wool bud, I cut a small piece off and glued that on top. So if you're enjoying the content so far and you'd like to see more videos like this, remember to hit the like and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Using a rattle can, I prime all the drums in uniform grey. So for these drums, the paint scheme I've chosen is corn red and Corex white. Next, I print off some hazard labels and glue those on. So next is to weather the drums. I sponge on some Avalon Sunset, burnt sienna, and then finally some burnt umber to create this rusted effect. So when I'm crafting and painting, I'm always listening to beautiful hymns and sacred chants. This melody that's playing in the background is one of my favourite hymns. It's called Christ Be Our Light. When I listen to this, it just comforts my soul. I just wanted to share this beautiful piece with you. So finally, to finish the drums off, I applied a all-over wash of non-oil. On 2 of the drums, I let a heavy drop of non-oil run down the side to illustrate some overspill. So moving on, next up is the pallet. Using 5mm stirring sticks, I cut 2 inches in length and you want 12 of these in total. So next, using some balsa wood, I cut some blocks to the width of the stirring stick. You want 9 of these in total. Then using some tacky glue, I glue the 2 ends down first and then finally the middle. Once that's dry, I then apply stirring stick on top. So next I lay the 3 sections down and line them up against the ruler, 2 inches in length. Then using some tacky glue, I glue the planks on either end and make sure they're lined up as best as possible. Then I attach the other planks in between. You can file the ends to get a smoother finish, or you can just leave it slightly uneven. And finally, to finish the pallet, I apply a shade. I mix up 6 parts Lamy medium and 1 part Wilder wood and gave it a brush all over the wood.